Welcome to Mobile 10, a specially designed video series to help foster discussion among field workers. In this lesson, we will help your team think about how messaging or chat apps can help in church planting. Now, when we talk about messaging and chat applications, we're talking about things like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, WeChat, Skype, Viber, or Snapchat. There's a good chance you may not know about all of those, which just goes to show that popularity is usually focused on region and social grouping. These apps are generally more popular than using SMS or texting because they use free internet-based applications instead of going through a phone provider. Most folks consider them safer to use and harder to be spied upon than SMS services that go through traditional cell phone companies. You or your team may even use one of these popular apps to keep up with each other, or a shared interest group where you share messages and media, or even see a live map of where your contacts may be. This is Jessica, a former field worker who uses these messaging apps to keep up with her Muslim friends and engage them with prayer and Bible study.
Actually, I want to find out if Fatima went back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think she was going back to Kabul. I use social media for ministry purposes all the time. I am in touch with all my Muslim friends. Okay, right now I'm doing probably communicating with through social media probably about 20 to 25 people. Fatima and I got into talk about Ramadan.
Oh, just now?
Because she couldn't believe that I would fast.
Oh, sure, yeah.
She goes, you just respect our culture so much. I message them all the time. I ask them, how can I pray for you? We set up social engagements through social media, so there's a lot that we do through it. And sometimes I record Bible stories and I send them to them and ask them what they think.
All these things going on at the same time?
Sometimes I do.
It's their group if
Like
they were
I'm
in a room
talking
with you.
to I use Telegram, mostly with people in Central Asia. I use Facebook for Saudi friends, but I also use Telegram for my Saudi friends too. I use WhatsApp and Messenger, Facebook Messenger, so we Skype too. I Skype a lot. But our Skype friends think it's more secure to use FaceTime, so we just do what they want to do because we want it to be secure for them. I want them to feel comfortable. Well, I'm glad I get to see her before she goes back.
Yeah, that is good.
The number one thing I do is I try to live my faith out loud. It's more a matter of when God puts them on my heart, I type a little message to them and ask them how I can pray for them and how their life is going. But in the whole scheme of things, prayer often leads to us talking about spiritual things, and sometimes overall plan, I a lot of times start doing Discovery Bible Study with them. She sent a photo. Oh, it's a pretty picture. I wonder if she painted it.
As a team, discuss, how are you using messaging apps? Which messaging apps do you use? How are your local friends or those you want to reach with the gospel using these apps? What kinds of groups are they involved in? What kind of content do they share? Where do they find the content that they share? Is it a web link? Is it a file on their phone? If it is a photo that they share, do they edit it in some way by adding text or emojis? Investigation into local habits is really important if we want to understand how your team might use messaging apps in a conspicuously spiritual way. Want to dive in deeper? Download the Social Media for Missions free PDF from Mobile Ministry Forum and read Chapter 5, Instant Messaging Chat Apps. Jessica says the number one thing she does is to try to live her faith out loud. What could that mean for you?